Welcome to the Radcast. We only have 2 people because people fucking bailed on us again. So this will just be me and Colin talking. Maybe somebody will drop in. Maybe.
I found my recorder in my closet the other day.
Really?
Really, yeah. A funny story. We got these in like 3rd grade. Because like our music teacher just thought like, oh, we could play like songs with it. She gave us like actual like music, like actual music on like paper. And so she expected us to know how to play it. Keep in mind, again, we were in 3rd grade, so the only thing we were doing was just playing dumb shit on our recorders the entire music class, and we did nothing. It was just us going like all like for 40 minutes, and it was the funniest thing because she expected us to actually know how to play these things. I'm sorry, the 3 people who actually played recorders professionally, this is the worst instrument ever. It's worse than like the kazoo, the bubazela, anything.
Yeah, I'm just imagining a bunch of little kids.
That was my little tangent. Okay.
I'm just imagining a bunch of little kids in 3rd grade fucking crowding around the teacher playing their recorders like that.
So we like circle around her, and she's like cowering in fear, and we're all just continuously blasting like louder and louder as we get closer.
Yeah, it becomes like a fucking tribe of little kids hanging out in the fucking gym or whatever you guys practice.
Our music class was in like some weird ass concrete basement. So what we do is we would walk to some random ass door. We'd open the door. It was like really, really heavy. It was a really heavy steel door. We'd open it. We'd go down like 2 flights of stairs, and there's just like this small little square that's our music room. And it can hardly fit like 20 kids in it. Yet there were like 30 kids in my class. And so we all just like kind of just like cram into this small ass room. And it's cold, it's concrete, it's disgusting. It's not disgusting, but it's so gray. It's just,
Jesus.
It feels like an interrogation room.
Fuck, dude.
There was one window, but it was like one of those windows that's only like at the very top of something that you can't like open or close. You know, like wind it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was quite the experience.
My sisters, for their band, they just practice in the gym. I don't know.
I feel like if we did it in my gym, there'd be too much of an echo.
Yeah, that's probably why it was in a fucking
But that sounds
basement.
so much cool. That sounds so cool, though. You got a big-ass echo with, like, just all these kids not knowing how to play instruments. You get that massive echo. It sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, the fucking, like, the guy... I don't know what I'm talking about. There was a, concert at the end of the school year for my sisters. They were all in band, and
what grade were they in, by the way? Just curious. Further story.
I don't remember. They're like fucking. I know how old they are though. Surprisingly, they're like fucking 12 and 11. So
yeah, because the only reason I asked was because like. In my school, we didn't start having like concerts with band until like middle school. We had concerts for chorus, which was a mandatory class, by the way, in elementary school. But we didn't start like actually getting to choose whichever instrument we wanted and actually be in a band class until middle school. So it was quite interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
Also, to quickly talk about mandatory chorus, can you just picture one woman trying to get at least 100 4th graders to try and sing in harmony together and actually sing the proper lyrics. Just picture that.
That just sounds like hell.
It was.
But
I remember I hated it. I hated it so much that I was actually excused from the class.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because half of the kids wouldn't even sing. They just whenever we'd practice or actually have a concert, half of the kids would just stand there and either move their lips or just not do anything at all and look like statues. Yet, after the concert was over, their parents would be like, "You guys were so amazing! Oh my gosh!"
Oh my god!
So they're taking credit for stuff they didn't do. But in my defense, I was definitely the king of doing that. I actually moved my mouth though, so it would look kind of real.
Little Jimbo.
Like, cause I knew at least to like move my. Oops, just hit my mic. I knew at least to like move my lips so it looked like I was actually singing. So I wasn't just opening my mouth like opening and closing it, just like looking like I'm speaking gibberish. But still, I made sure it looked kind of convincing.
Yeah, my sisters had their fucking end of the year like summer concert, right?
Yeah.
And I can't remember which teacher it was, but one of them came out to conduct it, and like it goes on normally for a while. They start off with the Star Wars theme, which is cool because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so it was interesting at least. And the fucking principal comes out wearing his Darth Vader mask and like a really fucking stupid looking cape. Like
you can make fun of him, but at least your principal was like cool.
At least he had the balls to do
That's
it.
cool of him.
He had the balls.
Like you can make fun of him. You could call him nerdy, but in the end, that was kind of cool of him.
Yeah, like I noticed that the conductor has a green lightsaber thing underneath the podium.
Oh shit!
And like, while conducting the song, he pulls out the lightsaber and starts beating the shit out of the principal.
Are you being serious? Like he goes up stage, the stage, starts wailing at him, just going
no,
like ape shit.
The principal like came up to the podium and he's like, "Oh no, motherfucker!" And he started beating the shit out of the principal. And then after the fucking thing ended, like after the fight ended, he continued to conduct the rest of the song with a lightsaber. So
wait, well, was it okay? What year was this? Because
it was literally this year.
Oh, this year? Because I was about to say if it was like years, like at least 10 years ago, like the lightsaber toy everybody had were like those plastic ones you'd like press a button and then just like fling, and then have that like plastic like stick. Nowadays, people have the ones where it actually like glows and makes a noise. But those ones are the cool ones. I was just curious.
Those fucking plastic ones, because you could still get those for like $5-10.
Oh yeah, but the problem is that if you actually use them and you like hit people, like hit other people that are using it, they'll just like dent in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and it also really fucking hurts.
It does really fucking hurt.
I actually have one of the glow up ones, one of the build your own ones. It's like a green Kylo Ren saber because I'm unoriginal as hell.
Kylo Ren.
I built it at Disney World whenever we went to Disney World back in April. I remember.
Wait. So there's like a Build-A-Bear workshop for lightsabers at Disney?
Yeah, it's in Epcot. If you go into the fucking like Imagineer shop or whatever it's called, if you go all the way to the back, depending on where you enter from, there's just a huge fucking Star Wars area. And we get to the Star Wars area, and I won't say I was having a bad time there. Because it was Disney World. You can't have a bad time at Disney World. I don't care who the fuck you are. But I was kind of indifferent to it. And then we get to the Star Wars area, and me being the white virgin Star Wars nerd I am, I was like, holy shit, it's Star Wars. They had like figures and shit there. I was like, this is fucking cool. And then I look at I spot the build your own lightsaber area out of like the corner of my eye, and I'm like, holy shit.
You just have like, a little mini orgasm just looking at that. You're like, I want to be like General Grievous. These are all going to be a fine addition to my collections.
Yeah, there were a bunch of little kids there, but I was still like, I need to fucking do this. So each of us, me and my sisters, we each had like $50 spending allowance for it, right?
Yeah.
And I wasted $40 of that $50 on the fucking lightsaber, and like I was ecstatic for the rest of the night. I was just walking through Epcot while it was like fucking pouring rain with this lightsaber.
I can see you with the Mickey Mouse ears like a balloon, and you just swinging that thing, making the noise like.
Kinda. I mean,
and then you hit some guy that's walking by, and like, oh, I'm sorry.
I actually have an image of myself wearing those Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh my god! You want to hear something funny?
Hmm.
I've never been to Disney World.
Really?
Really, I've never had any intention to.
It's really fucking expensive, so I don't blame you.
That's kind of the reason why I would never want to go. It's so fucking expensive, and it's always it's full of so many fat and disgusting people. I'm no weightist, but that many fat and disgusting people in one area is just it's not good for the environment. I'm not really much even like of an amusement park guy myself either. Like I used to go to lake compounds once in a while as a kid. And, like, I think the latest amusement park I actually went to was the Legoland, like, back in, like, 2010. But after that, I just kind of, like, fell out of it. Like, I'll still go to county fairs and stuff, because those are, like, more lowbrow and just kind of, like, they're nostalgic for me, right? But for, like, just the big, like, just huge amusement parks that are also, like, water parks and, like, zoos and shit like that, I'm just, like, I have no interest in them.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fun, especially after I got my saber.
Because like I totally understand why people like it, and like it does seem fun, but I don't know. I feel like I've gotten to a point where I think I'm past the point where I would enjoy it. It's like too late for me. You know what I mean? Like I know there are like people like who are adults. Like my aunt is a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, Disney fan. And so it's like a tradition in our family to go down to Disney World once a year or something like that. But I don't know. I've just never had like the enjoyment or strive to do it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
That ends my sermon.
That lightsaber was really like got me into really enjoying it. That's whenever my inner 5-year-old actually woke up.
Oh my god. Wait, did they have different colors, or did they just have red, green, blue, and...
Oh, they had different... They even had yellow, which surprised me, because, like...
I thought they got rid of the Star Wars EU.
Hate to be a bit of a lore dumbass here, but yellow lightsabers are actually really rare for Jedi.
I know. They are.
But,
they only exist in the EU, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've only really showed up in the EU.
They've only really showed up in the EU. Yeah. I think in like the prequels there are a few with like
no, because I study the prequels. I will admit I'm a self-proclaimed prequel memer, so I know all of them. I know.
Fucking love prequel memes.
I know all the hello there's and the sands and the hold on.
The slaughter them like animals.
Slaughter them, not just the men, but the women and children too, and
slaughter them like animals.
All the yeps, all that.
Yeah, dude. The prequels, even though they're not the greatest Star Wars movies, they're certainly not only do I think they're better than the new trilogy, but also just because like I really love how campy and cheesy they are.
Okay, I'm gonna be real here. This is all my personal opinion, but I honestly enjoy the prequels more than the original trilogy. Now, here's my reason why. There's just the original trilogy is amazing. There's no denying that, but it's so well known, and I know I'm gonna sound like some loser ass bitch ass hipster or something, but it's just like. It's such a common and like well-known series. The original trilogy, I mean, with the prequels, it built on so much stuff, and that's what I love about it. All the world building and stuff it did, it just blew my mind how much more just added to everything and made all the pieces come together. It wasn't perfect, don't get me wrong. You cannot say the prequels are flawless. The original trilogy isn't flawless. The sequel trilogy isn't flawless. Everything has their flaws. The prequels have very blatant flaws, but I don't believe that the flaws make them unenjoyable. In fact, if anything, I think that the prequels are more enjoyable with those flaws. Because at the end of the day, Star Wars is kind of stupid. Not in a bad way, but it's about just aliens fighting in space. That's
It's
kind
about
of
space wizards.
exactly. It's about space wizards, and that's not the most serious thing. So, I take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm really serious about like Star Wars lore and stuff because I really like it. But
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm not gonna be like the average Reddit virgin and be like, actually, I don't really care, because I know it's ridiculous. I mean, whenever there's somebody who's misinformed on it, and I'll try to help them understand it a bit better, but I'm not gonna just fucking shit on them for it, because I understand that Star Wars in general is like a harder thing to get into, especially if you don't know much about it from the get-go.
Oh yeah, definitely. From a ground level, if you just watch the original 3 and the prequels, it seems pretty simple, right? But then there's all this like backstory and like there's much more depth to everything. Like every little thing in Star Wars, Lucas put so much depth and thought into.
Yeah, that's why some people may disagree with me on this, but that's why I always say watch the prequels first and then the trilogy.
It's always so weird. Like, so many people are like, oh no, you have to watch the original trilogy first and then the prequels. It's kind of hard to choose like which way you want to like introduce someone into them. Because you understand like when you want to show the original trilogy first because they were the first ones made, but at the same time the prequels are chronologically on a lore scale. Like the prequels are first and then the original trilogy.
Yeah.
But then on like when they were made like actual like years, original trilogy first and then prequels.
Yeah. Which, if you watch the original trilogy first, which I honestly don't care what order you watch in, as long as you're into it and you're not having a bad time while watching it, I don't think it matters. But like if you watch the original trilogy, there's going to be more mystery as to what everything is, and that's going to make watching the prequels like a lot more, oh shit.
I know, that's what I loved about the prequels too, is that I watched the original trilogy first, right? And then I go back to the prequels and I'm like, oh fuck, oh that's what that thing is. Or oh shit, that's how that came into that.
Yeah.
Like, obviously obviously the biggest one is like how Vader actually became Vader and like how the Jedi were destroyed, but
yeah, but the reason I say watch the prequels first is that like even though like there's a lot of stuff that's going to be a big surprise to you if you watch the original trilogy first, there's also not going to be a lot that makes sense in the original trilogy. Unfortunately.
I mean, it probably made sense, like, for the people who watched the original trilogy, like, back in the 70s and 80s. Like, they understand, like, it's simple. Darth Vader was just this stereotypical bad guy, and Han Solo, Luke, and Leia were the good guys, and they have to stop the bad guys. There wasn't really need for, like, much, like, depth on, like, Darth Vader or, everybody else at that point. But then as the movies go on, they start discussing more about it, like what the Empire is really about, or, the Death Star and how it was built, and what the rebellion is for, and, like, its flaws and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I just say it more because, like, the universe will be easier to understand if you watch the prequels first, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier to understand. But honestly, if anyone who's watching the podcast right now is considering getting into Star Wars, watch it in whatever fucking order you want. There will be people who will argue with each other on which order should be watched, but that's kind of Star Wars in general. I recommend like staying kind of away from like the larger part of the fan base, because a lot of it is like fucking 30-year-old nerds who argue with each other online about it. But you'll find like the smaller communities who are actually cool. Like back whenever I started playing Jedi Academy on PC, like, years ago, I was like, what's this roleplay thing in the game, right? And I, like, found a group of people who were doing it, who were just starting their own up. And for those of you who, like, judge roleplay and shit. I was the same way, and I still kind of am, but I figured for myself by just trying it, I was like, this is actually pretty fun. And we keep it, it's not like, the stereotypical online roleplay where people, like, do weird kinky shit and, like, fucking make OP-ass characters. But, we keep it grounded in the universe that we're doing it in, which is Star Wars. And they were a really cool group of people. I'm still friends with them today. In fact, we have one in Discord that's like a text-based one. We don't do it in Jedi Academy anymore because servers are expensive to pay for. So, but yeah, just stay away from like Reddit, especially. Reddit Star Wars fans, in my experience, are terrible.
Reddit.
But that's just kind of Reddit in general, I suppose.
I don't know. I've met a few good people on Reddit, and that's kind of why I've been kind of hesitant to talk about the sequels, because of how much controversy there is around them.
Yeah, though, to be fair, a lot of the controversy that surrounds them, Star Wars fans just kind of brought on themselves. But
yeah, but it's kind of like, okay, with the Last Jedi, it's obvious that the fans like started all like the controversy, but Rian Johnson was feeding that controversy by continuously like insulting them and like being another enabler. Like, it's like, no doubt there were people who like actually had fair criticisms about the movie and like were like angry at Rian for like the things he did with it. But then there was also that small minority that was, kind of just like the stereotypical like horrible fan.
Yeah. And like anybody else who's watching this, don't, if you see a Star Wars fan, don't get this like idea in your head that like every Star Wars fan is like a fucking fat 30-year-old nerd living in their mom's basement, because I know that that's like the general consensus on Star Wars fans, because I've had that assumption put upon me before, and it really sucks to see these terrible Star Wars fans who are going around harassing actors and all this shit just because they played a poorly written character or a poorly directed movie, and it sucks to have, the good Star Wars fans who genuinely don't like that stuff and are just voice their opinion on the movies are automatically assumed to be those kinds of awful people.
Oh yeah.
It's not fair to us, and it's especially not fair to the people trying to get into Star Wars, and then they see that kind of shit happening, and then they back away from it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Going back to talking about the prequels, though, because I don't want to bring up any dumb controversy related to Star Wars, because it's a huge black hole of just bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the prequels because not only is there just so much world building in them, but the Clone Wars era of Star Wars in general is just so much cooler to me.
Oh my god, yes it is.
The post Order 66, like the Empire,
like the downtime between 3 and 4.
The downtime between 3 and 4. The original trilogy, it's like, oh, all the Jedi are dead and all this shit, and it's more of a coming of age story for like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
But in the Clone Wars,
it's just fucking war.
Yeah, it not only is it just war, but it's more of a coming of age story for all the characters rather than just Luke and a few others. Because you got Anakin, turning to the dark side. You got the Jedi Council trying to deal with Palpatine, and you've got all sorts of different shit. You got General Grievous. You got all this stuff. It feels like a more fleshed out and like it just feels like a more fleshed out world with stuff going on. And
oh yeah,
they don't handle it in a way where it's like confusing to follow either.
Yeah.
They keep it like they only show the most important stuff, but there's still a lot of important stuff to go over, and that's why I like it more than the original trilogy. in certain aspects. I still think the original trilogy is amazing.
Oh, yeah. There's no denying that. There's no denying that.
Especially considering what they were for their time. They're amazing movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, especially, like, the fan edit, the fan cut of episode 4. I've watched it, and you like, figure out all the cool little special effects details they use without all the CG and stuff back in the original releases of the movies. And it's really cool to, like, analyze how they made this effect and how they did these certain things. Because most of the ways you're going to watch the original trilogy now are the re-edited re-releases with, like, all this CGI and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I wish that there was a way to actually, like, watch the original cuts. Like, just raw versions of the original trilogy.
There are ways, but they're expensive.
Oh, yeah, I no doubt they are expensive.
They're really expensive, and you're gonna need fairly old equipment, which in and of itself isn't expensive, but it's getting that old equipment to work that's gonna be a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I actually found a laser disc for episode 4.
A laser disc, wow.
I'm not sure when that one came out. It was certainly way before the CGI edits, of course.
Yeah, I mean, because the laser disc is pretty old.
The fan cut of episode 4, at least, has, like, all the CGI removed. It's basically the original raw version of episode 4. And it's really cool. I'll have to get a few friends together and watch it with them, because I watched it with Benji, who was on the last episode of the podcast. Don't know where the fuck he is right now. I watched it with Benji and a couple of his friends, and it was a genuinely good time.
Yeah, we should have, like, a movie night for one of these podcasts. And just sit down and watch a movie like that.
We can have, like, a movie night, and then, like, the next episode of the podcast, we talk about the movies we watched.
We go in depth. A very...
The special movie review episode of the podcast.
Speaking of movies, I saw Skyscraper today. And,
really?
It was just as I expected. It was very dumb. It was very predictable, but it did entertain me for at least an hour and a half or whatever it was. And I don't want to, like, talk about it too much because, like, I kind of got bored of it towards the end. But I will say something funny that happened, like, towards the end of the movie. Not in the movie itself, but in the theater. Some asshole brought out their phone and was, like, just texting throughout the movie. And, you know, you need common courtesy when you fucking watch a movie. You shouldn't just fucking bring out your phone and then just start typing away, because it's being distracting for not only, like, yourself because you're not paying attention to the movie, it's being distracting for everybody else in the audience.
Yeah.
And so what happens is this guy or girl or whatever is continuously texting away at their phone, and then this, like, old lady is like, "Can you turn that light off?" And you know that feeling when someone's typing?
That's me, sorry.
I know. You know that feeling when something embarrassing happens and it stays in your head for, like, a really, really, really long time, even though like it's been gone for, like, a long ass time? That interaction stayed in my mind throughout the whole rest of the movie, and it's even though I wasn't a part of it, and it was just like the lady saying, like, 3 words, it just felt so awkward and just so humiliating.
Can you turn that light off?
No, she didn't even say, "Can you?" It was like, it was direct. It was like, "You need to turn it off. Turn that light off." That's what she said.
Jesus Christ. Old people don't give a fuck, though, so that doesn't surprise me.
They really don't.
I haven't seen any movies in theaters recently. That fucking voice crack was terrible, but I haven't seen any movies in theaters recently.
See, the most recent movie I saw in theaters, besides Skyscraper today, was, let's see, Jurassic World. I only saw it because a little bit of backstory. I helped put together one of my friends, like a group of my friends. They were doing a project for a final project for what was it? AP U.S. History.
Yeah.
And so they were just doing a video about impeachment. And I won't go into it too much because it's not important to the story. But anyways, what I did is I helped them put it together, like edit it and stuff, and like do like camera work. And so as a reward, one of them bought me a ticket to see Jurassic World with them. And so I saw it. I didn't see the first Jurassic World because I had no interest in it. And I only saw Jurassic Park 1, which is a really, really good movie, by the way. And so I see it, and it's basically just like Skyscraper. It's okay, but it's nothing special.
Oh my fucking god. I just realized that the last movie I remember going and seeing in theaters is Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked.
That was like 2 years ago.
No, that was in like 2011.
Wait, the Squeakquel?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry,
No. Chipwrecked. Chipwrecked was in
Chipwrecked.
2011.
Chipwrecked was the wasn't that the most recent one?
No,
that was the
Road
Ship. Oh man, we're
Did
really
we see
with
Road Chip? I don't fucking remember actually. I don't recall seeing Road Chip in theaters.
I only saw 1 and 2 because
But-
by the time 3 came out, I started to realize how horrible these movies were.
Yeah, dude, it literally has a fucking 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I can believe that.
And 2 stars on IMDb, at 24% on Jesus Christ, I don't remember it being that bad.
And the thing is, I'm sure they're gonna make a 5. They're destined to make a 5. It's like Ice Age; it will never die. Now,
I'm pretty sure it was already announced.
Granted, Alvin and the Chipmunks has already been a series, like well before the movies came out. But I'm just saying, in general, the movie series itself will never die, just as long as the actors keep getting money.
Yeah, it's never gonna die, which is sad because they're terrible fucking movies. But I probably have seen a movie in theaters.
Did you see The Incredibles 2?
No. I heard it was a disappointment, so I'm not even. No,
it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good.
I'm gonna wait until it comes out on like DVD or something to go see it.
Like, there's no doubt it's not as good as the first one, which is kind of common for Pixar, except for Toy Story 2, and the
Hollywood blockbuster hit Cars 3.
Yeah, Cars 3 was pretty good, better than 2. I was just kind of thinking if they made any other sequels that were better than the originals.
Yeah, I don't go out to theaters that often, so I probably have been to another movie and just haven't thought of it. I remember this being sooner than it was, but we went to go see that, and the main thing I remember from it is looking back up to like the higher seats and just seeing a couple basically having sex.
Basically,
on the top seat.
So do they bring like a blanket and then you could like hear their clothes unzip?
No, because like they were making out, but the way they were doing it was basically they were touching each other all over.
Oh boy.
I seriously thought they were just gonna fucking have sex right then and there. Because like, who goes to a fucking matinee show for Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked to sit in the top seat and just just fucking basically
that's a good
fuck
point.
each other.
I mean, they probably needed privacy or something, so they just decided, fuck it, let's go to the movies.
Yeah,
and
but you have houses for that, though.
That's a good point. I don't know. I'm trying to defend these people who are having sex in the movie theater. But, I
don't see any defending of it. It's just why.
I know. I kind of go to the movie theaters a lot because I really like movies. And, sometimes I just go to just kill time, you know? Sometimes I'll just see what's available. Because sometimes, you'll see movies, like, that are playing, like at a movie theater that haven't, like, had, like, any what is it? Commercials or shit like that. Or, like, just... marketing
just
or anything like that.
Movies.
Yeah, just random movies, and you can be surprised sometimes. Like, what was a movie I saw that was like kind of like just the Florida Project. I saw that in theaters. It was there was like no like marketing for it or anything, but I saw that. That was really good. And what else?
A lot of the better movies don't have a lot of marketing.
Oh yeah, especially nowadays. Like Isle of Dogs, from my recollection, didn't really have that much marketing, but it was such a fucking good movie.
I heard it was really good.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
and then there's also Sorry to Bother You, which I've been meaning to see. It doesn't have much marketing, but it does look really, really good.
I personally don't go to movie theaters that often because not only do they cost money, something that I, as a teenager with no job, do not have, but it also requires transportation, with which a teenager with no car, I do not have.
Yeah, I understand.
I go with like friends or something, and I've been offered to, but each time I'm like, no thanks. Who the fuck just joined?
Benji joins half an hour later.
Jesus Christ, Benji. we're already 30 minutes in. Start recording, I guess.
Benji
is here. Are you recording on Audacity, Benji? Just record with Audacity.
Okay, it's gonna be really awkward for like the next 30 seconds because he's not recording.
It's gonna be really.
It's gonna be
awkward.
really good when you edit it together.
It's gonna be bad.
Because Benji's here, he chooses the next topic we talk about.
Hello, everybody. Recording now.
Benji. Choose the next topic.
What?
Choose the next topic.
Oh shit. Yo, can we discuss the fact that so Bethesda.
Oh shit.
Right, they were telling everybody like, hey, get your Fallout 76 like beta passes by pre-ordering. But it turns out the beta doesn't start till like October.
Really?
And the game comes out less than a month later. So like, you're not. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but like, I don't know. Like, they basically just sold the game a little bit early for like twice as much money, and it's really weird. And I don't know how to feel about it.
This is why pre-ordering is gay.
Yeah.
I mean, I pre-ordered Ultimate, but that was only because it was Ultimate. I pre-ordered it when I bought Mario Odyssey all the way back in October, before it was even like, before it even had like anything
Ultimate.
about it, anything just like revealed about it.
Yeah,
I just wanted Ultimate.
I'm gonna go the day Ultimate releases, and I'm gonna buy that shit.
Dude, fuck! I can't wait to go to my GameStop, and then just everybody's not gonna have a copy of Ultimate because they didn't pre-order it. I'll just walk up casually, just plop my money down, and say, "Give me my Ultimate,
Ultimate,
bitch.
Please."
Excuse me, sir.
Go, sir.
I would like one Ultimate.
One extra large Ultimate. Hold the sauce.
You gotta like show ID when you get there. It's like,
Oh, please,
Ultimate.
sir, please show me your ID.
Oh yeah, I have to get my photo
You're
ID.
like,
And I just get,
I
I just get my dad to come and buy it for me. It's like
I wanna
it's like
see,
buying Call
like-
of Duty back in the day. You had to get your dad to buy it for you.
Dude, I would give that game to you so fast if like a 12-foot tall guy came over and
But
be
we're
like,
really
yes, you
nice
can."
about it. We're like, may I please have my game? And the guy working is like intimidated. And he's like, yeah, here you go.
Rad, I'm really
He's
sorry.
like, you can take the money, and you're like,
Everybody
oh,
shut
no,
up.
sir,
Everybody
I don't
shut
want.
up. Rad, I'm really sorry. My audio just paused for a second. So all that I just said over the last 20 seconds is gone.
Ah, damn.
How could you do this?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
well,
don't know. My
basically-
audio broke or something.
Well,
So when you
basically
see-
what we
Looks
were
like
talking
Rad
about-
is gonna have to do a lot of
Explaining.
editing after this.
Nah, I don't really care. I'll just explain it. We were talking about me and Colin getting on each other's shoulders, going to GameStop, like fucking 12 feet tall.
But then again, that could have actually been recorded, and you're just re-explaining. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
I don't really. It doesn't matter.
It's on my recording. I talked about it, but
So
Okay.
Okay, so Benji, since you popped in here literally 30 minutes in, you missed an entire fucking 20-minute discussion
We
had about.
went in deep on Star Wars.
Yeah, we went in deep on Star Wars.
come on!
We're not talking about it again. We're not talking about Star Wars again. We moved past it.
Okay, next time I want to talk about Star
Well,
Wars.
no, I want
with
to
Brad.
ask Benji a question.
Okay, yeah, ask me questions.
what-
Question time.
I want to ask him a question about Star Wars. What order do you think people should watch Star Wars in? Like prequels first, or?
Okay. So I think you should watch first episode 4, and then episode 5 up until Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father," and then you pause it and you watch the prequels, and then
So it's
you
like
go
one
back
big
to episode
flashback.
5. Yes, actually, because okay, here's the thing, right? If the prequels didn't mess up, okay, I wish the prequels could somehow, like, not spoil the fact that Darth Vader is Anakin, right? Like they really could have done it. They really could have showed Anakin dying, or supposedly dying, and then have the Emperor like find this quote unquote new apprentice in Darth Vader, right? And like that would have been cool,
It would have.
Like, that.
I see what you mean.
Somebody actually edited
the problem
that
is
together.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, again, like, I mean, if you want to watch any fan edits, like, I don't know about all that. I mean, I'm sure there's fan edits that are pretty good, but like as far as officials go, that's how I would watch it.
I just like to imagine an entire setup. You have the original trilogy running on like a big TV, and then you have like a computer sitting right next to it. You're like, pause! Now we gotta go watch the prequels, and then we'll continue.
There's only like 10 minutes left of Empire.
I thought it would be a cool, or you know what you could do?
What?
You could watch the prequels up until Anakin dies, right, and have that. You could edit it, right. If I'm going off edits here, edit it so that it goes from Anakin being left on Mustafar, and then just cut right to like Padme having the children, and don't show anything with Palpatine and the suit or anything like that. Just Anakin's dead, and then suddenly Darth Vader's up.
There was
in episode 4.
I think I found it. Somebody edited together the scene where Ben Kenobi is telling Luke about his father, right?
Oh yeah, I saw that. But like that's I don't want it spoiled until it. Like, it's supposed to be a big reveal, right? Because there's still people out there, and plus, never mind people out there now, right? Think about like kids in the future. Like, this is all going to be a new experience for them, right? And I think they should be able to experience Star Wars the way we all did, with like a big reveal and everything. When we were kids and we watched it, and we were like, "Whoa, what?" And like that was cool.
Yeah, but like
cool.
the thing I wanted to talk about that edit that I found just before we continue on with what we were talking about beforehand is that it's really fucking sad with the flashbacks to see Ben Kenobi talk about Anakin like that.
Oh, I've seen that
like,
one, yeah.
I legit got depressed. I was like, God damn.
Dude, Obi-Wan got fucked up afterwards. He was like all depression and stuff.
I kept rewatching the scene in episode 3 where he like walks away from Anakin, and you can he's such a great actor. You can see the distress and like sadness in his eyes as he walks away, and I'm like, oh God, no.
Oh man,
but
dude,
it's fucked. So yeah, please, everybody who's watching this, sorry that we went back to Star Wars again, but go watch Star Wars. It's honestly a lot better than people who go against it tell you. It's really...
Okay, so then after you get to episode 6, you take your DVDs for the sequels, and then you throw them in a fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, go dispose of any Last Jedi and Force Awakens merch you have.
I mean, you could just watch episode 4 and 5 again. They're basically the same movie.
Yeah,
they're basically the sequel
They
trilogy.
fucking are. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
It's so infuriating sometimes, but
honestly, like, okay. My problem is like, there was so much that they could have done and they didn't. Okay, it would be so cool if it wasn't Disney, right? It'd be so cool. I think it should have been like, I don't know. Imagine like them going to like the Yuuzhan Vong War and like Luke's new like Jedi Order, and they're like all gray Jedi now. Like he's had like this time to like sort of, I guess, like bringing balance to the Force, would mean like basically like he takes the good aspects from the light and dark and puts them together, and it'd be nice to see that, right? Like maybe don't forbid love, but like I don't know, still have like
So like they're the
peace
embodiment
out there and
of
stuff, I
Qui-Gon
guess.
Jinn's lightsaber.
Sure.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. I do a
But-
cool analogy, and you just say sure.
But moving back from Star Wars, because we said we weren't going to talk about Star Wars again, and we ended up doing it.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I had a good time talking about it, at least. Let's go back to movies, because I wanted to mention this before Benji rudely interrupted.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking with you, but I wanted to. I can't wait for the Broly movie to come out for Dragon Ball.
Yo,
That's-
I have not seen anything about that. I've literally just seen the announcement there is a Broly movie coming, and then nothing else. So I
Dude,
should probably.
Broly is going to be completely rewritten by Toriyama, so he's not bullshit like in the original movies. He's going to be fucking.
I don't know.
He's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be great.
I've sort of like given up on Dragon Ball. Not given up on Dragon Ball. I'm just bored of Dragon Ball. Like I don't know. I can't like sit down and watch Dragon Ball anymore.
I'm
man.
absolutely hooked on Dragon Ball still.
It's so like I don't know, something about it, man. I'm just not getting like a buzz out of it anymore. I don't know.
There needs to be something new and exciting, and I'm hoping that the Broly movie does that. But
Yeah.
me and Colin, we were talking about how I hadn't been to like a theater in a long time, ever since Chipwreck back in 2011, and I was like,
Shipwreck.
I was gonna be like, dude, that's gonna be the first movie I see in a long time in a theater is the fucking Broly movie. I'm gonna get in a theater full of fat sweaty nerds and just fucking watch Broly beat the shit out of Goku and Vegeta. And I'm taking my dad with me because I feel like he'd be really into it.
Your dad probably call you a loser.
No,
Dude, your dad is gonna. If your dad is like, isn't he like a total nerd like you?
he used to be, but he
grew
hasn't
up.
been like that in a while. But like I remember going back to Star Wars again. My dad used to be just as into Star Wars as I am, so like I was talking to him about like some weird lore related shit in Star Wars, and he's like, yeah, that's fucking stupid, I hated that. And I'm like, whoa,
Whoa!
my dad knows what I'm talking about. Yes. And yeah, I feel like he'd get a kick out of watching Broly beat the shit out of people, because he's a huge fan of pro wrestling and he loves really campy fucking stuff like that. So
Dude, oh my god, my friend got me into wrestling. Okay, these two friends, right? They paid for like this like freaking like several years of like WWE like TV subscriptions, and now they're making me watch it with them. Oh my god, dude, that shit's so hype. It's like redneck anime.
it really is.
Redneck anime.
That's why I love
Perfect
it.
way to describe it.
Awesome, dude.
I haven't been into professional
Oh my God.
wrestling myself for a very long time, but I used to be super into it. And then I was like, damn, why was I so into it? And then I thought to myself, it's basically anime, but acted out by a bunch of buff, sweaty dudes in a small ass ring. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
watching an actual like TV show with plot. But
Dude, because like there's no like proper rules. I mean, there's a little bit, but it's all like, you just have all these random like cameos of like wrestlers just coming up, and it's like, oh, unexpected. Like I don't know, man, and like the rivalries you get between them all, and like all the cool moves and everything. It's I don't know, man. It's just so hype.
If only it was real.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't give a shit if it's not real. If anything,
I
it
hate-
not being real makes it better, because that means they can do all this crazy shit without actually like killing themselves. I don't care if it's not real, dude. It's still hype as fuck.
I
alright? 'Cause
honestly
I don't care. It's not real. I want it.
I really dislike when people are like, yeah, but wrestling's fake. And I'm like, yeah, most entertainment is fake. I don't get.
You're really telling me, like, dude, like the MMA is not a real fucking street fight, all right? It is a regulated fight, and like I don't know, man. They probably have some weird betting shit.
It gets pretty
I don't know. I'm just saying,
intense, like MMA fighting gets fucking whoa.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But then like okay, like sports and stuff though, like everything, it's all like, I mean, how do you like? It's all, yeah, but like, what defines real, right? Because like they're just a bunch of guys basically playing a game that is, in essence, fake because they're not. It's not like part of their real lives. It's like just a game. You know, it's just a game. You know, like
I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. It's weird. Like I guess there's like a competitiveness to it. I don't know. It just. And like whether it's rigged or whatever in WWE, I don't care. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
you know what's good about us being the same three people here for a podcast again? I don't have to make another fucking template for this episode. I can just use the one I used for the last episode.
Nice. Good job, Barry.
But Benji, you want to see? I know you're a fan of Halo. You want to see the video I'm gonna put at the beginning of this?
Dude. Dude, yes, I do.
All right. Look in the Radcast room. I'm putting this.
Oh, dude! Oh my God!
I'm putting this in the beginning.
I love looking at them all in the bathroom, dude. I love this video.
That guy deserves a fucking trophy.
He does. I can't imagine how hard that was to organize. But, like, yeah, you know how I, like, edited that Toad video at the beginning of the first episode? I'm gonna do that again, but with this.
Oh my God, dude.
It's gonna be great. I love putting little videos into shit. It's so fun.
I've never played Halo.
It's not a game for everyone.
I bet it's not, because I'm not no Xbox loser. I'm a tried and true Nintendo kid. I was bullied in middle school for it.
I am a tried and true Nintendo virgin. No, but I
come from the guy who has a picture. This is coming from the guy who has a profile picture of him with a Mario cap on.
Shut the fuck up. But I relate with that story because I used to get picked on a shit ton too for liking Nintendo, and then the Nintendo Switch came out, and then everybody was like, "Ah, fuck."
Fuck, they're cool now.
Dude, I never got made fun of for liking Nintendo. Dude, we all had DSs.
Yeah, but like, see,
we all played.
I live in Redneck Central, right? I live in I live near the mountains of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So,
dude, I grew up in Chicago. Everybody played DS there. I came down to Tennessee. Everybody played DS there.
Yeah.
Those are two very different areas. Chicago.
It's a very specific fucking like. Oh shit! Benji just doxed himself. Cool.
Dude, no.
It's a specific fucking kind of redneck here, I guess, where it's like only Xbox, nothing else, only Call of Duty. You play anything else, you're a fucking faggot.
That's exactly what happened in where I live.
Yeah, fucking northeastern U.S. is a fucking dick. Don't come here. Anyone who's thinking of coming to the northeastern U.S. for like whatever reason, stay away. It'll fuck you.
Fuck you,
dude. Okay, I think actually everybody started playing. So we moved from Nintendo to PC actually.
Yeah.
We still kind of we played Nintendo DS at school, right? But like beyond that, we mostly just played PC games. I was really a PC kid. I'm okay with that.
See, because like everyone
I had like everything. I remember finding emulators and not knowing that I was pirating games.
I eventually figured it out.
Oh, we gotta talk about the Nintendo.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Benji, for reminding us. We got a tiny bit of news coming on.
Get ready for the news alert.
News alert. Roll.
I gotta play the thing. Let me play the thing. Okay, say it again.
Play.
Hold on, ready?
We
Go.
got a motherfucking news alert. Hell yeah! There we go. Roll.
News alert.
Gotta roll that drama alert.
This
music.
is probably how they felt in the Great Depression when they got news of. I don't know. Okay, just news.
Okay, so
News.
basically
Hey
Nintendo's.
Charlie, I got the paper.
I got the paper, Charles. But Nintendo is suing a shit ton of ROM sites, mainly love ROMs and stuff like that.
Wait, didn't that already happen?
It already happened once, but they ended up taking all their games down. They didn't. Well, okay, it was a threaten of legal action. It wasn't like actual like we're gonna fucking sue you. But
Wait, was that the
was
Cool
like,
ROMs?
Yeah, but it
Dude,
was like
fucking Cool ROMs are so good.
it was like, all right, if you don't take our shit down off your website, we're gonna have it taken down. So, they're like, fuck, all right, and now they're being sued, and you want to know how much they're being sued for? These websites,
$5.
$100 million.
Damn you,
Almost.
Reggie.
Ooh.
Because supposedly, they're having these websites pay $150,000 for each Nintendo game on these sites, if they're not taken down, and an extra $2 million for each copyright infringement. So yeah, if they don't take down all their games, they're basically fucked.
Oh, god damn it.
And I was like, oh shit, that's not good for them. And I checked MU Paradise. All Nintendo games taken down again. They were not risking anything. Right away, they were like, nope, no.
I mean, in that situation, you're just gonna yeet and get the fuck out of there.
Though I will be honest, like, don't pirate newer games. That's just a dick move. But like older games, I don't care. And from what I've seen,
I don't even think they can make money off of older games anymore. Like, they don't even manufacture it. Any money that is made in a transaction of like an older game, like I'm talking like pre-Wii games, like that's all a private seller. Like Nintendo isn't gonna get any of that. I don't think, because no official Nintendo sales happen with.
Well,
that anymore.
Nintendo used to have
sales.
their virtual console, but now that they don't have that anymore, it's
I mean,
no
they're
wonder
making
why
that
people are doing shit.
They're making that new streaming
that's
network
true.
thing.
Who gives a shit though? They
I
should
do. It
still
could be
have-
cool.
It could be cool, but I'd rather just have a virtual console.
Wait, why can't we have both? That's stupid. Why
Porque
not
no
both?
los dos. I don't know why we can't have both.
I don't know. The idea is just fucking dumb to me.
I'm seriously questioning why a multi-billion-dollar like corporation like Nintendo can't have both a streaming service and a gaming.
I'm not saying they can't.
like online shop. When did that happen?
No, I'm
They
not
just
saying.
want money.
See, the thing is, you have an online streaming service for NES games, and it's a monthly thing. So and eventually they're gonna add more games to it, and that's why I don't see a virtual console coming, because they have that now.
Good.
And like, I would rather have a virtual console just because it's easier. You know, and like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's that image I sent earlier of it's that Eric Andre shooting Hannibal Buress meme, and it's just
Hannibal Buress.
Nintendo shooting virtual console and saying, why are people illegally downloading ROMs? And like, it makes a really good point.
Damn it. You know.
I mean, okay, that's like if Nintendo sues somebody for downloading a ROM of like the original Super Mario Brothers, that's like Microsoft suing for somebody pirating like Halo CE, the original.
Yeah,
Like
The game is
they
fucking-
literally don't sell it anymore. There's no other way to get it besides piracy now.
yeah.
You realize
Somebody was saying, like, somebody was like, no, a virtual console wouldn't stop piracy. And, like, this one guy's like, yeah, but now the point is that it's the only option.
Yeah.
It's the
Also, the
only
game's
option.
fucking-
That's-
I personally would be happy to spend like $15 to $20 on like GameCube titles, right? And actually support Nintendo, as compared to paying like $150 for a good condition copy of Super Mario Sunshine on Amazon, and like having none of that go to Nintendo.
Wait,
You know?
wait. Can't the like original NES games be put up as freeware technically? Like legally
No.
now, aren't they freeware?
Nope.
Because if they haven't been touched in over 10 years.
Nope, but they have. Nintendo had Virtual Console on the Wii U.
Bastards.
But oh shoot.
Yeah,
okay.
and there were quite a few games on there too. So yeah,
Okay,
you can't
because
have
10 years since they stopped selling it, and you can legally pirate it.
Also,
I'm pretty sure
technically-
that's how you get Halo CE.
That's why they
free
keep
now, because-
re-releasing Super Mario Bros. And Zelda and all that shit.
yeah,
So like,
and like,
fucking-
so you can't have it for free.
but like,
But
it's-
nobody even wants it anymore. Like nobody plays that game for more than like nobody plays the original Mario for more than like an hour. All right, like it's not worth it. Like we don't like get as much fun out of those old things as we do anymore. Like it's not worth money.
Yeah,
It really isn't. I'm sorry. It may seem really mean to say,
But
but
it's
like
true.
honestly, most people don't actually think like the original Mario is worth any money anymore. Like you can have games more complex than that for free on a fucking like browser nowadays. You can just find online. Like
it's more just.
I don't know.
I know that there's a lot of people who don't know what their stuff is worth though. And like you'll see fucking copies of the original Super Mario Brothers going for like $50 online. It's like, Jesus. No. Get that the fuck away from me.
I got like 2 copies of the original Mario Bros. What's up?
I have Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. That was the only one we could find.
I have a Super Nintendo and it's got Mario All-Stars, but the Super Nintendo doesn't work anymore.
Is it Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World?
Yeah, actually.
That
that's
shit's
the good
actually
one.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's the good one, but the Super Nintendo doesn't work anymore. So it's
I remember having that when I was little. My dad's friend would bring, because I had a Super Nintendo when I was little. I played the fuck out of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on that shit. But my dad's friend, he would bring over, Super Nintendo games for me to play. Whenever he would come over and play like Resident Evil 4 with my dad, just to keep me away from the evil Resident Evil. I just realized how redundant that sentence was. But
Evil Resident Evil.
like I would play, Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World, and like fucking Super Star Wars. Which I never figured out how to play it. I think it was episode 6, Super Star Wars, because like you start out in the like fucking I forget what the speeder is called, a land speeder, I think. The thing that Luke and Ben Kenobi drive in episode 4.
Called a land speeder.
Yeah, land speeder. You drive that, and it's like one of the hardest fucking stupid things ever, and it's bad. Like, Super Star Wars is not a very good game. It's just unnecessarily hard.
Are you talking about the little like jungle like speeder bike things?
No,
that
no,
the
I know
Scout
what those
Troopers
are.
use?
I know what those are, but
Because you said episode 6, so I'm thinking like, wait, is that?
no, actually, it might have been episode 5. I don't fucking know, dude. I honestly don't give a shit. All I know is that it was really hard. But yeah, they're just unnecessarily hard. They're not that great. But honestly, though, like, I don't have much of a problem with them. Just like, I'm not gonna play them. Yeah, like, I forget what I was gonna say now. Fuck.
We're always talking about Star Wars.
We were talking about so much Star Wars shit, but yeah, honestly, if you're gonna pirate like old Nintendo games, I don't see why people would care. Cause like,
see, I don't want to endorse piracy, but at the same time, you literally leave us no choice. So like,
yeah,
think
I
about
don't think piracy
that
great.
Nintendo representative that may be watching this video for some reason. Think about that.
Yeah, Reggie.
Tell your boss,
Reggie.
Reggie, if you're watching this, drop by my house for a little fun. But also, please just get a hold of somebody and have them do a fucking virtual console for the Switch, please.
Well, that's all the time I've got.
That's all the time you've got.
I gotta get back to playing my Animal Crossing.
All right,
that's gonna be his excuse.
That's gonna be the fucking excuse. Wait, can you play us a song for the outro?
Okay, hold on.
Can you play the King of the Hill theme? You should learn that.
No, I can't play the King of the Hill theme. I can try and do the beat. Okay.
That song, that's gonna be the song that like fucking opens up a portal in the middle of the room and sucks us in. That's
I play it. I start playing it, and then my eyes start going. I start hovering, and then just everything goes black, and massive portal in the center of the room just opens up, and then Satan himself comes, reaches and grabs all three of us and pulls us into hell.
And then like
he's like, episode, "Yo, those are some good tunes, man." Get in here.
The next episode of the podcast, it's like it starts off. It's like, "Hey guys, welcome to the Radcast, live from hell."
And then we got Satan, and then he has an unextraordinarily deep voice.
He has like the sexiest voice out of all of us.
Satan has like a really, really like normal sounding voice. Like just he's like just some generic, like slightly bored sounding guy.
No, it's Dave Grohl Satan from Tenacious D.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome. Dude, Dave Grohl!
If we ever got Dave Grohl on the podcast for whatever reason, that's never gonna fucking happen. But if it ever did, that would be the reason he needs to be there. We're in hell and he's Satan. It's just for the Tenacious D reference. Oh, that would be great. But well, we're about an hour and 8 minutes in, so I'm gonna end it. But thank you everyone for watching this shitty podcast. I know this episode was...
Thank you, everyone.
No, this episode was goddamn garbage because we only had 2 people for like half of it, and then the other person showed up. We were
my audio.
Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Shut up.
I was busy.
Shut up. Get back in your cage. But we had like we had people ready for this, but like out of nowhere they just fucking like disappeared and like
they vanished.
Yeah, they just kind of like stopped. Apparently, we were gonna have Zach on, but apparently he was cleaning his car.
My car! My car!
Dude, where's my car? Ha ha ha! I regret that joke, but yeah.
What?
But yeah, thanks for watching this shitty fucking podcast. I'll try to have it a bit more organized for the next episode. I'm gonna like let everyone know like a few days before we start, because we record these on Tuesdays. So,
are we done?
Shit.
Yeah, now we're done. Okay. Bye, everybody.